Alright, so hey guys. I'm really excited to share this with you. Sorry, I'm finding more of my notes. But I'm really excited to share this one thing. I've been really spending a lot of time in the Word lately. And I found this verse that I feel like, obvious. There's an obvious understanding of it. But then there's a whole different understanding that I think applies to a lot of people who are struggling with chronic illnesses. And this verse is Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. So I was reading this, and I was going through Ephesians. I really enjoy Ephesians because it's always talking about, just like how you can love people more and what God wants from us. And growing up, I always enjoyed that because I felt like it was kind of like a step-by-step guide. And I know that's not exactly what it is, but I've always enjoyed that. But as I was sitting here reading through this again, I realized, this is not talking just about people. It's talking about the world and God. So God created the world, right? And I know it is so difficult being sick. It's so difficult not being able to control what happens to us, and how to cope with that is just, I understand. But in the Bible, he's saying, let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. This statement alone tells us we shouldn't be upset and being saying, I hate this hospital, or I hate how this is being run, or that doctor is just so stupid, or that person. We should, or you know what? I hate this illness. I hate it. I hate being sick. I'm done. I never really thought about it this way, but Christ calls us to speak so that it imparts grace. So if I'm sitting here and I'm talking about my illness, and I'm talking to you guys about this, if all I did was sit here and gripe and whine and complain about how life is and how much I'm so annoyed with my illness and how upsetting it is to deal with doctors who don't get it and all of these things, neither of us would be growing. But if I sat here and was having a happy conversation and talking about how, it's difficult being sick. It's difficult, and it can be hard. God doesn't say that we can't say it's difficult. God doesn't say that we can't say that it is hard or that it wears us down. But what he says we can say is, I have a God that makes this okay. I have a God that makes this beautiful. And I know you're sitting there saying, how can my feeding tube be beautiful? How can my GJ tube be beautiful? Because I understand that. Because my GJ tube left a little indentation on my stomach, and I call it my second belly button. And I'm just like, that's kind of cool, Second belly button is a joke to make myself feel better about it. But God calls us to see that as beautiful. Because he has created minds that can work on that. He has created us to be able to go through this struggle and show others the beauty in it. So through my struggle, I've been able to talk to people from all over. I've been able to experience things that most people my age never would have. I've been able to grow and spend time on random things, honestly, because I can. I got sick, so I was able to experience a lot of Netflix culture because it was difficult to read when I was sick. And you can look at a lot of series and you can break that down and you can learn things from that. You can talk to people, you can FaceTime people, you can spend time with them. And you can change things in that hospital. So that hospital that people say signifies and is like, looks like death and is just the end and is depressing and everything. God tells us that is beautiful. That we can change things even in the darkest of places, which most people see as hospitals. But for me, and for a lot of you out there, those are the places that are happy places where we get healthy, where we can get energized for the next day, where we can try new things and try to find an answer, but we can also change the world. Like, through my illness, I've been able to work with St. Louis Children's Hospital, and I've been able to help them develop teen programs. I have been able to meet amazing people, nurses and doctors who have changed my life. And I never would have gotten that beautiful opportunity had I not gotten ill. So as I was looking through this Bible, and I saw that for some reason today, God wanted me to remember that this does not just mean talking about people behind their backs. This means look at the beauty in any position you're in your life. So before I leave, I just want to say, let's read it again. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. I pray you guys have a blessed week, and that we're able to really explore this verse. All right, I'll see you later.